Okay, movable bar chord primer. Bar chords are essentially that. They are a bar that slide up the fret. That bar is your index finger. These three fingers here then form a chord. Two of the most widely used bar chords are the E form and the A form. I'll show you what they are first, then we'll do a preliminary exercise. So, without actually barring, what we're going to do is just play an E major chord, regular E major chord. Now, you're using your index, your middle, and your third finger, your ring finger, for an E major chord. So let's take this index finger totally out of the picture and only use these three fingers. Now we're going to make that E major chord one more time. Only your second finger, middle finger, is going to fret the third string at the first fret. Your ring finger is going to fret the fifth string at the second fret, and your pinky is going to fret the fourth string at the second fret. Make sure that that's in there nice and solid. And remember, this is basically just hanging around now. And there's your E major chord. Now what we're going to do is slide that up 2 frets. So now E major, slide up 2. Basically what we're going to be doing when we start putting the bar in place is moving that, as you can tell, the E major chord around. And then back and forth we make decisions. Okay, do we want E major, which is this one? E minor, which is this one, as you can tell, that's an E minor chord. There's the bar, E major, E minor. So it's insignificant where the bar is right now. We're just showing what they look like. Take the pinky out, we get E7. E major, E minor, E7. Full E major chord, E minor chord, E7 chord. Take this finger out, the second finger, and then you only have your ring finger and the bar on. You now have E minor 7. Now let's go back to E major chord, traditional. Now without the index, take out this finger. E minor chord, back in. Pinky out. E7, that's the E7 chord. Back in. Now we're going to take the middle finger out for minor and take this out for 7th. We got one finger left on the 5th string. E minor 7. So that's the E form. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to E major, slide that up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets. So technically this finger now is in the 6th fret on the 3rd string. Ring finger is on the 5th string 7th fret. Pinky is on the 4th string 7th fret. If we strum that with nothing else, this nice open sound, I'm going to go 2 frets higher as well. I'm still playing an E major chord. Back down 2 frets. Back to the original place. E major. Now put that whole chord now up in the 6th fret. And in the 8th fret. Back to the 6th. Back to the 8th. First, sorry. Now, here's the key. is getting this finger to bar, but right now we're not going to bar it. We're only going to fret the sixth string. So we're going to play E major. I'm going to slide this up to the 6th fret. So this is now in the 6th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret. It's an E major chord. Index finger is going to touch the top string on the 5th fret. I'm going to strum all those strings again. Now, the only string the index is touching is the 6th string. And you still have your E major chord here. So 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret for these two. Stop the tape if you have to. Try computer. Stop the computer if you have to. The video, that's better. Okay, now I'm going to strum. Nice sound. So your bottom 2 strings are still open. Slide that up to the 7th fret. Back to the original E major. So I'm going to strum that through, and I just keep that frozen on an E major. We're going to pop this index finger on the 5th fret when we get there, and on the 7th fret. Slide it up to the 5th fret. 7th fret. 5th fret. Now, go back up to the 5th fret. You'll notice that there's this much space underneath that finger. When I pull that hand down, it bars the entire 5th fret, keeping the E major chord there. So what we want to do is pull that down, and the middle fret that you see right here, try to come close to that with this so that you don't have to apply that much pressure. The other trick is to have your thumb in the back, right here, apply opposing pressure to about the same area where that index finger is, giving you a good squeeze on the neck. So here it is with the open, touching the 6th string again. Here it is with touching all the strings, barring straight down. And that now is in the 5th fret, that's an actual A chord. And in the 7th fret, it's a B chord. Back to E major. I'm going to go up 1 fret at a time. 1st fret, that would be F. 2nd fret, F sharp, G. 4th fret, G sharp. 5th fret, A. Stop there for now. That's the starter for your movable E bar chord. We'll talk about the minor and the 7th and the minor 7th version in the next video.